Today I'm going to take you on a walk. 4 p.m. and I haven't showered and I haven't left the house. So, sorry. Whoops. Oh, you scared me. This is the thing about being out here by yourself. I mean, I can't see what's behind me. You can. Tomorrow I head back south. And so today is like the last day to do these things. This will be a circular walk. I don't know the exact distance, but it should be doable for somebody like me. And I'm starting the walk at the steep bit. So it's gonna go straight uphill and then I'll be up. And then I'm gonna end up at the Salts Mill Museum. I'll just need to keep an eye on the time for that. So right now we're gonna actually go straight up the hill. I adore these old stone walls. Look at this. Oh gosh, teenage me would be in awe of current me, seriously, that I've done all this and I almost can't even put it into words, but how cute is this? We definitely don't have as many stone walls like this down in southern England. In fact, I would say almost none at all. And it's just because hedgerows are just more common. I'm filming on my phone, so I need to put the phone away and look at the map again. But gosh, thank goodness for the OS app. It's so good. Yeah, there's like little sign markers, but they're not actually helping me. Okay, so we're looking at a steep, but not too steep path. And that's Trench Wood. Actually, we're kind of going up straight up the middle of it. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lisa. I'm a solo digital nomad based in the UK, and I make videos about simpler living, long-term travel, and life after leaving a full-time career behind. I just ran into another woman walking her dog, and while I was down at that crossroads, and she was very much waiting for me to finish. Basically, yeah, she was waiting for me, which I thought was very polite. Yeah, I'm very careful not to film people if I can. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes it's unavoidable. So filming out here in the woods is perfect. This actually really isn't that steep. I thought it was going to be worse. Just wanted to show you what the surface of this track looks like. You've got some old stones, which are definitely not natural. And then keeps going. It's pretty dark in here. I've just come around the corner here and I'm still going uphill. All right, let's crack on. Another runner. I've been dealing with GERD, which is this gastroesophageal reflux disease. So I've been spending the last maybe 5 weeks just revamping my lifestyle. It's one of these things where you want to be doing more exercise and getting less stress in your life and more sleep. That's interesting. I was going to stop here, but it looks like I won't be stopping here, not for a drink anyway. Okay, we'll carry on. Actually, let's explore, because this looks kind of interesting. Okay, so this would have been, oh, it's open. Okay, so it's like a tea hut, snack bar type place. Cute. All right, we're gonna carry on. All right, there's another sign, but I definitely feel like we're up at the top. Okay, so you were here. Okay, nice. I definitely wanted to come over here to this tramway. It's not running right now, but I can at least see what it looks like, and I guess just walk down. And then the mill is where I want to end up. Just want to see something different today. Oh, Shipley Glen. Hiya. Oh, interesting. We're so used to fires being an issue in places like the United States and Canada and Australia. So it's interesting they have a sign here to let people know to not be careless with fire. From where I'm staying, I can see the tops of these hills. So it's nice to see them a little bit closer. I thought I would just give you a little look around. So I've just come from up here. You can see the pub there with the scaffolding, so I haven't really gotten very far yet. So beautiful. I'm glad I waited for today. Obviously I could have done this yesterday and have been a little less stressed. Today we have really beautiful weather. So this is Bracken Hall. It's a countryside center that's been opened since the 70s. Okay, I'm reading the sign here. It says it was opened by 2 local artists and later purchased by the Bradford Council and enlarged. And it provides a range of environmental activities for schools and the public. Well, 2 things. First of all, it's getting quite hot. I'm gonna have to take a layer off. And I actually do want to get down into Shipley Ravine or Shipley Gorge. So we're gonna crack on. That hole looks kind of man-made. I'm not sure what happened here, but that's pretty cool. Maybe an old crack from long ago just weathered down from the weather. That's weathering. But there's like heaps of rocks over here. So the Shipley Gorge is down there. I'm just not quite sure how to get down there. We've got a classic view over there. Right, so essentially I just need to keep going. And I'm gonna check in on my step count as well. My goal is to hit 10,000. One of the only unfortunate things about not commuting to an office is that I used to get in a lot more steps, just whether I wanted to or not. And now I know that I need to keep it moving. It's the classic thing. You turn 45, 50, and your muscles start to waste away if you don't actively take care of that. And that's something I've really struggled to do. I hate going to the gym. Anyway, step count, yes, yay. I'm sure we'll hit it today. Because otherwise I'm maybe doing 5,000 steps a day, and even that's me going out and like planning a walk. So we want to get down to that gorge next. Oh, isn't that beautiful? One of the plants you don't see that often down south is this heather, and you see quite a lot of it up here, especially up in Scotland. It's most famous there, but it's a lovely plant. This dog came up to me barking and snarling, not in a nasty way, but in a playful way. And I looked at the owner, and she realized because I took my coat off, it's kind of dangling down below. The dog thinks it's a toy. So I was like, no, sorry, puppy, not a toy. I do like dogs, but they're just a little bit more unpredictable than, actually, I mean, that's not true. Cats are just as unpredictable. But I know cats, and I can read their body language. I find dogs just harder to read. Either the satellite is a bit off, or I think this is the track I need to go down. I might be putting my camera away for this next bit because I want my hands completely free in case I slip. We're down in the gorge. Well, actually, we're heading down into the gorge. Here is where the trail seems to split. And I'm glad I checked the map because I definitely want to go that way. That goes down to the river, and I just want to head back into town at this point. And just wanted to point something else out that you probably might have already noticed. I was freaking out because there wasn't an AirPod attached to this. And then I was thinking as I was walking along, that's weird, it's still in place. That's because, well, it hasn't fallen out, and I have 2 of these. So I'm sorry. That is ADHD in action. Anyway, so I have 2 of these. Everything's fine. Both AirPods are still in place. And yeah, just there's, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's some fantastic, fantastic rocks back here. And this is just below where I was before. But I don't want to go down too far because I need to go up again. And I'm being a little lazy today. I have to save my energy for cleaning later. This is such a good way for me to spend my day. I need to spend more time outside, more movement, more fresh air, more nature. I just find it really, really beneficial. I guess I'm annoyed I haven't been able to do more of this. Either I've been under deadlines, or the weather's been terrible, or I just was so tired I didn't have the energy. So, but yeah, here we are. I know that during my first sabbatical, I wasn't working, so I was still spending far too much time on devices, but I did have a lot of walks, and so this reminds me of that time where I was just wandering alone a lot, and it was fantastic. My takeaway is that we need to carve out time in nature. If you don't make it happen, it's not going to happen. And just being outside, being intentional about it. I could have kept going down the hill, but I thought, no, I want to sit up on this moor amongst these ancient rocks in this fantastic landscape. All right, I think it's time to head off. I'm gonna head back into town. Cute. Okay, so this is the top of the funicular, the Shipley Glen cable tramway, and it's only open on the weekends. But let's go have a little look anyway. Cute. It's a little hard to see, but there's the white roof of the tram itself. Oh dear, next time. I'm really quite annoyed with myself that I didn't make it onto this tramway. I was in this location. I was here for 6 weeks, which is plenty of time. I think it was only one weekend I wasn't here. To me, that means I probably need to be better at creating some kind of list. And I mean, I do checklists a lot in my normal life. I have a checklist for any personal shopping I need to do. That's kind of like one-off items I want to buy. I have a checklist for any recurring items. So that tends to be like groceries or anything I just need regularly, personal care items. And then I have a checklist for when I'm checking out of a house, when I'm house sitting. And I just use the app called what's it called? Microsoft To Do. Oh, look, it's the tram. Having lists works for me. At the same time, there's something quite nice about not being so organized and so prescriptive and so, what's the word? Scheduled. I don't know. So I have some upcoming travel, and I'm going to be in Germany for, I think it's about 8 days. And that one I do need to be quite organized. Here's the path the tram takes, and then here's this footpath. I've just seen a little cat disappear into the woods over there. All right. Still not over the fact that I didn't get to go on this. I'm a little kid like that. I like rides. I'm back in town now. I love this. We've got higher coach road, and then regular coach road. Oh, you know what time it is? Hey. I'm already losing fits, so I need to eat this quickly. Down here on the canal in Saltaire, I love that you have cafe boats, and ice creams. Lovely. Also, this is the sculpture trail, or the start of it, I believe. So we're gonna head up into the museum. So basically, I think I can safely say I've made it. There on the left in the distance is the rail station. Just opposite the mill is this church, which is really lovely. Nearly there. Security. So this is a combination of a museum and an art gallery, and there's a cafe, and there's even clothing and jewelry. So here is the entrance. Well, that was worth a visit. I just wish I'd gone there sooner. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will leave you here, but I'm out and about a lot. Not a lot, but when I do go out, I'm somewhere different every time. So I thought maybe I'll make some more of this type of content where I'm outside and take you with me. If you like that, let me know. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.